guys, my name is Kayla Hawkins, and today I want to talk to you about our pursuit of happiness, not only individually, but as a country and a community as well. Um, these three main points that I've gathered today are very sensitive subjects, and they all have a little bit of meaning to me, whether it be my background or personally or things that I've experienced. So it's important for me to touch on these today. Have you ever experienced something personally that happened to you that you just felt was completely injustice? You probably don't think about it as interfering with your pursuit of happiness, but that is exactly what it is after I've done a little bit of research on just what that meaning means. So I want to jump into this and just talk about what we can do to stop injustice acts and just change the way we think and our community reacts to a lot of situations. So the first one I want to talk about is police brutality, and I know, like I said, that these are sensitive subjects, but they all have a little bit of meaning to me, and this is a worldwide, crisis going on right now the past couple of years. I want to just start off by saying that everybody has a family to go home to at the end of the day, and if we all just thought about that first before reacting to any situation, I think that we would just get a lot further in accomplishing, whatever goal you're trying to make. And I know that there are people who are just flat out evil out there and who don't see it like that. And I'm not saying that just picturing that this person has a family to go to home to at the end of the day is just going to fix all of our problems when it comes to this, but it's a good place to start. And you can set up a domino effect, for the next person that this police officer decides to pull over or, scream to get on the ground or, whatever scary situation is about to come about. And this is an important topic to me because I have uncles who are police officers, and I also have two adopted black brothers. One is my oldest, JB, and one is my youngest, Jaden, who mean the absolute world to me. And it's hard for me to pick a side, who I'm going to defend against because my uncles are amazing police officers and they're not what you see on the news, and their beliefs are quite different, having young nephews of color. And my brothers are amazing, amazing, amazing people. I can't exaggerate it enough. But if we just set a higher example of to just do better and to think right and to be cautious, maybe we're creating, like I said, a domino effect for the next time a similar situation happens, that we won't jump to conclusions because of the last experience this person had, if that makes any sense. So, and I believe that by doing that, we'll have less tragic outcomes, which would be great for everybody as a nation because it's really, really tragic and sad. Speaking of tragic outcomes, I want to move on to sexism, discrimination based upon gender, sex, any of those things. I personally have experienced this in the restaurant that I work at. Long story short, it's an all-woman staff. We all have brown hair. We're all supposed to wear makeup, hair done, and we're all fairly attractive. I'm not saying I'm a 10, but we are all attractive young women, and they will not hire male servers. All the male employees are back of house, so like kitchen staff and stuff like that, and that is obviously discrimination upon gender. I asked for a t-shirt one time. I wanted a large because I work 12-hour shifts and I don't want to be constricted in this tiny little t-shirt, and he told me no, that God didn't give me my assets to be drowned in a large, were his exact words. And so he gave me a small and will not give me another size, and that is complete disrespect. And if I ever told my brothers that story or my dad that story, there would be some reckoning. But and I always try to change the way that I think. Like, I should just stand up for myself instead of being like, well, I need this job, it's convenient while I'm a full-time student. If we just stand up for ourselves and put these people in their place who think that it's all right to treat other people like that, maybe it'll stop them from doing that to the next person or the next girl, or making comments about, their self-esteem or the way they look, or they need to do this better or wear more makeup. Like I talked about before, the domino effect. we're setting a stage when we stick up for ourselves. Have pride. Stand up for yourself. How would you feel if your niece, your nephew, your son, your daughter, was being treated this way, and you would tell them, what the heck are you doing? Stand up for yourself, or I'm going to get in there and I'm going to do it. So, don't treat people like that. Treat people the way you want to be treated and you would expect your family to be treated. Don't discriminate. And if you're being discriminated against, stand up for yourself. Create a plateau that you can stand on. These people will be like, oh, that was definitely wrong of me to do. I'm not going to do it again. Set a boundary. And I think, that will change a lot of outcomes when it comes to sexism and discrimination in general. So the next issue I want to talk about kind of like wraps everything together. Another really broad topic that I want to talk about is racism. And I only have a few minutes, obviously, but I just want to say, like, why are we still seeing color? And I know that it's a bigger picture than that. And it's way more diverse than any of us could even imagine, you know what I mean? But like I have said time and time again, let's create a domino effect. Let's highlight the successes of different nationalities. It's we the people. And the we that comes up with it makes up that in the Constitution is all ethnicities that have to do with the United States of America. We the people. And so instead of giving our attention to these horrible stories on News 9 or whatever, let's celebrate small successes that we see in our community. Let's celebrate our different nationalities. Let's come out on top. Let's win the day. Take pride in each other. Take pride in different nationalities. Take pride in yourself. These are things that we should constantly be celebrating. And if we just change that little knob from negative, focusing on negative, to switching to positive, it can make such a difference. And 100 small differences will make one large big difference. And like I stated again, let's start that domino effect. You being positive, or you sticking up for somebody else, like, hey, that's not right. That's injustice. This person is a human being. That can set the standard, the toll for how that person that you just corrected is going to treat the next guy walking down the street that he sees. You know what I'm saying? So I want to tie that all into, unity and paving the road for our pursuit of happiness. So at the end of the speech, I just want everybody to walk away with a heavy heart and a little bit more on their mind, a little more caution on their mind to how we can all benefit from small changes in our attitudes and how we speak to people. Come out on top, be the person who we needed when we were in these situations. Be the hero that we needed as kids, raise our kids how we would want to be treated, to stick up for themselves, have some pride, do the right thing. And I think that all of these added up will pave the road for the ultimate pursuit of happiness. And I think that if every single person takes small steps that they need to take as an American, as a human being, to better themselves, to celebrate these successes, to stop seeing color, to stand up for yourself, I think that ultimately that will create a bigger picture, a bigger sense of unity, and us coming together as one, and a lot of less tragic outcomes. So that's just what I wanted to talk about today, and I hope that you guys take away from this, to just try to do better, be better, wake up tomorrow and win the day, come out on top, and just treat people how you would want to be treated, no matter what position you're in. Okay, thanks for listening.